Hi my internet sisters, and welcome back to part 2 of my vision board for 2021. What I wanted to do was kind of go over what I am actually going to put on my vision board for 2020. Areas of focus for me for my vision board that I wanted to tap into was I wanted to stick with my 3 core values and everything aligning, but they each fit into its spiritual, family, wealth, career, health, learning, knowledge, or relationships. So those are the things that really kind of helped me with kind of the flow. And what else I did was I actually thought of an actual theme for my board, and I am actually going with the theme of abundance. Let's kind of talk about a little bit what I actually came up with. And all right, so the first one is, as you can see, it's a watering can. And just saying is, I have to grow from something. And by growing organically and growing grassroots from the bottom and working my way up has really benefited. One of the things that I would like to do is I would like to design and create a self-reflection and a daily journal. And that's that. And those will be actual series journals. I know you're probably saying, Allenia, what you doing? I like series because I like the connection between things and that you can always refer back to it. That's just the teacher in me. It's just the teacher in me. The next thing is you see a microphone. I want to be able to do speaking engagements. I want to be able to do podcasts. Microphone signifies that my voice will be heard by many across the United States and further than that, I really believe. So that's one of my focuses for this year. Next thing is my books that I want to write, and also I would like to have my books available as an Audible book and as ebooks as well. YouTube. I was very specific this year. So I have here 5,000 total subscribers, 25,000 view count per video, and having monthly monetization and getting paid by YouTube because I get the view count. All right. Next thing you see is 3 women down here, and this is just reflective of me continuing and growing my self-reflection series, discussions with different women that I would like to do. So the next thing I'm going to say that I'm going to do is really hone in on my health and my exercise and creating a very balanced and whole life. Okay, so exercise and fitness and all of that. So I have that up here. I also have this quote right here that I refuse to be anything but successful. So the next thing that I have right up here, because again, I want my eating to be right. So I got all those colors because colors are important for a good, healthy diet. But then look at that, y'all. I have my 3 core values. Although I know it in my mind, it's good to see it, and I like the colors. Right here this is, believe it or not, it's balloons. Balloons and confetti. And that's because I want to remember to celebrate my wins. And no matter how small or how great the win is, I want to celebrate it every day. One of the things that my fella tasks everyone in our family is to, is prayer and purpose, is to pray and to have purpose. So every day, these are the things that you're doing so that you are productive and so that you can create joy in your life and in others, and so that you can feel like you have contributed a great deal to society and you are doing what God wants you to do. And then down here, this is a television. And this is just shift to better. This right here is something that's coming down the pike that my team and I are working on, as you can see. And this right here is actually growing into an entity unto itself, that again didn't know it was going to happen, but you know, this mind right here, God gave it to me, and hey, creativity comes out at all costs. But I put that in here because of what I want this part of the Joy Nook Network, this area, this line of business under the Joy Nook Network, I want it to do. And this is going to reach thousands of women, you know, by being a visual means for people. And so I'm excited about that. So I can't wait till as it progresses to be able to bring you along on that journey. But that's why I have that going on my vision board for 2021. Now, I have another quote, which is, don't set your goals by what other people deem important, because what they deem important is not important to you. Remember, you know, you don't want things that distract you. You know, you want to make sure that you actually do things that are bringing value into your life, and what other people think should be your goal is not your goal. Most of the time, you end up failing, you end up procrastinating, you end up feeling, you know, disappointed, discouraged, all because of the fact that you you are doing what someone else thinks is best for your life. And then down here, lastly, you will see that the Nook store is right here. And I want to have that up and running with full merchandise for every entity that comes with the brand. I want that store up and running. So I do want to show you what things that I am going to put back on the board, only because, y'all, it hasn't happened. All right? So putting this, my Chanel bottle of perfume, because I truly want it. I will be putting up here, this is my product card that I created. I don't know if you can see that. Let's, you know, hopefully, okay. So this product card is sent out with any of the merchandise that is actually specific to either the Allenia, Renee.com brand or the Joy Nook Club brand. My business cards, yay! Oh, can you see it? I don't think you can see it. Y'all, I'm sorry. This thing is just crazy. All right, this is my business card, and on the back it has all of my all of my platforms. So I have this on because it's just reminding myself that, hey, you're inspiring you. You're doing things, girl. You're doing things in increments. And these small increments are growing you into something greater than you can even imagine. The next thing that I wanted to put back onto my board is Stronger Together. And then To Change Your Life will also go back on the board. All right, so let's get to it. Voiceover Allenia has something to say. When I was cutting out everything to go onto this board, this was so relaxing, y'all. I think it's like doing coloring sheets. I mean, your mind just zones, and it was just nice. That's all I'm saying. It was just nice. One of the things that I want to preface before I even, put the board together is that everything that I did was in Canva. And I will put the link down below, but they do have a free version that you can actually download onto your computer, and then you can have the free version. You have a limited amount of prints that you can actually do with the free version, and it's unlimited with the pro version. All right, I'll be right back. visual board actually is too small for all of my items. So the supplies that I'm now going to use, I have the foam board from the dollar store, which I already had in the house. I'm going to use a hot glue gun and ribbon, some pink ribbon from another project that I did for a subscription box. And we have these adhesive gemstones. So I'm going to kind of make something up from there. So I will show you what I'm going to do, and we're going to see what the finished product looks like. Go ahead and get started so you can see it, all right?
It might look like I know what I'm doing, but let me tell you, I sat for a good 30 minutes trying to figure this board out. I was praying the whole time, ladies, the whole time. But I finished.
Okay, everyone, the board is done. I love how it turned out. One of the things that I will say to you and task you to do is to look at your board every day, or your binder or your notebook or whatever it is, to ensure that you're keeping yourself in line with what you want to focus your energy on for 2021. So I want to leave you with this. Fortune 500 companies every year sit and they reevaluate how they did. They look at their profits, they look at their losses continuously, so that they know where they might have to cut their budget. What do they need to forecast and prepare for the next year? And that's all this is doing, is allowing you to be a good CEO of your life and to make strategic decisions and plans so that you can have joy in your life. That's all this is. That's all a vision board, or setting goals, or goal setting, or however you want to think of it. That's what it really is. It's just allowing you to be the CEO of your life. Now, down in the comments below, please let me know, have you started working on your vision board? I know that we had the part 1 and the part 2, so let me know. And please, make sure that you join us Tuesday in order to, where I will be discussing the things not to do list for 2021. All right. And don't forget that sustainable habits inspire mindful transformation in order to help you get your shift right. All right, ladies, and don't forget to tell a friend,